Hello, Year 1, and welcome to Tuesday. It's now time for your English lesson today. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get cracking because we have got some writing to do today. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen. It says it's Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2021. And today our learning intention is to write an innovative text. Now, remember I said to you this week, we're going to be starting our hot task. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do our hot spell starter. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to get a scrapped piece of paper. Okay, you need 1 to 10 written down on that piece of paper, and I'm going to share with you the spellings. Okay, are you ready? Okay, excellent work, team. So number 1 is the word no. I asked my mum if I could go out to play, and she said no. Number 2 is the word of. I am very proud of all of you for working so hard at home. Of. Number 3 is the word once. Once upon a time. Once. Number 4 is the word one. The number before 2 is the number 1. Number 5 is the word are. Our classroom is looking a little bit different because we put up some new displays. Our classroom. Okay, number 6 is the word pull. Can you help me pull this sled? Pull. Number 7 is the word push. Can you push me on the swing, please? Push. Number 8 is the word put. Okay, children, let's put the toys away. Put. Number 9 is the word said. Someone's been eating my porridge, said Daddy Bear. And number 10 is the word says. Says. Okay, excellent work, team. So I'm going to share my screen again now so that we can go through those. Okay, so we've just done our hot spell. If you need to go back and listen to any of those words again, please feel free to pause the video, rewind, and go through them. I'm now going to show you the answers on the screen just under this blue rectangular shape, and hopefully you'll be able to go through and you'll get loads of tips. Okay, if you already did a fantastic job the first time round during our cold spell, well done. Hopefully you've maintained your score, if not got a little bit better. And if you didn't do so well the first time round, please don't panic, because we've done lots of practice and I know each and every one of you will have improved your score. So here are the answers. Okay, you've got no, of, once, one, are, pull, push, put, said, says. Go through and check each of your words. If you've made any mistakes, that's fine. Okay, but hopefully you've improved your score from last time, and well done, because you've just completed one part of our hot task, which is our hot spell. Excellent work, team. And remember, we're going to be using some of these words in today's lessons. Which ones do you think we're going to be using? Yeah, nice. Okay, we're going to be using the word once, number 3, and we're definitely going to be using the word number 9, said. Okay, let's get cracking with today's lesson, and we're going to be writing an innovative text, just like we did last week. Okay, but this week is going to be a little bit different. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to revisit. I want you to look back over your boxing up grid that you completed yesterday and our text maps. Okay, I want you to look back over our text maps. So these text maps are the ones that we made last week. Okay, on the 18th of January. It feels like a long time ago now, but it's where you guys created your own characters for the Goldilocks story. Okay, we kept Goldilocks, but we changed the 3 bears. What did you change them to? So just revisit your text map, have a read through it. So we're going to be using these pieces of paper, our boxing up grid and our text map a lot over the next 3 days to help us with our writing because it breaks it down into nice, easy chunks. So I know you guys have seen this toolkit so many times, but the reason you've seen it so many times is to try and get it in your head because these are the things that the teachers want to see in your writing. This is our success criteria. Okay, this is what we want us to be able to use and see. So we want to see story openers, and we're going to see those today. We want to see some descriptions, some adjectives, maybe some expanded noun phrases. That would be fantastic. Remember, those are just longer phrases where we add more detail. Okay. Interesting verbs. Instead of the word said, maybe you can use some more exciting ones. Okay. Often a repeated phrase, well, we know what our repeated phrase is. It's this is just right. Speech, and that would be excellent to see. And I want to actually see people using the 66 and the 99 in their writing. That would be really fantastic. That's such a great challenge. Good characters and bad characters, we've got those easy peasy. Fantasy and magic, like our talking animals, well, that's great because we can already tick that. We've got that. Lesson learned and a happy ending. We won't be able to do that just yet, but we will get that ticked. And a clear structure. Excellent. Okay. So, just like last week, we're going to start our writing. And we always start at the beginning, don't we? Okay, it wouldn't be very sensible to start at the end. So we're going to focus on the introduction today. So I want you to think back to the lesson where we read lots of examples and we were hunting for the key features. And then think back to last week. How did lots of the stories start and how did we start our stories last week? And there's a little picture there to remind you. Okay, on our text map, we had a book at the start, didn't we? Everybody show me your book. Excellent. So that means once upon a time. Perfect. And that uses one of our hot spell words. So here is the Goldilocks and the 3 bears text. This is our model text. This is what we've been kind of basing our writing on. And we're going to change this to our new innovated text. Okay, so pause the video here, have a little read through with an adult, and just remind yourselves of the Goldilocks and the 3 bears story. Today, we're going to completely change it. Okay, if you need a bit more time, remember you can pause the video now to carry on reading through that. Okay, ladies and gents, so today we're going to be inventing. Okay, remember we did our innovation phase last week, and now it's our hot task. We're going to be inventing. So that means you guys are going to be making your own stories. We've already done lots of the hard work though. So please use your text maps. Please use your boxing up grids. If I came round and I saw your lovely writing, it should link to your text map and it should link to your boxing up grid. I don't want to see on your text map that you've drawn Goldilocks and the 3 birds, and on your boxing up grid you've drawn Goldilocks and the 3 birds, and then when you do your writing, you start writing about Goldilocks and the 3 chimpanzees. Okay, make sure they all link together. It's really, really important. So we're going to start writing. Now, last week we did a lot of shared writing, didn't we? Where I used the visualizer and I was asking for your ideas. I know it's a little bit different than we'd usually do at school, but we were still sharing ideas and we were doing some beautiful writing. Now, remember, during a hot task, we work independently. It's a way for teachers to compare it to your cold task that you've already emailed in, okay? And we compare them and we go, oh my goodness, look at all this wonderful progress. They've made such amazing progress from here to here. They're all fantastic. What heroes we have in year 1. Okay, so remember, you are going to be working independently, but I am allowed to show you our shared text that we created last time. So I'm going to remind you of our shared text. And what you can do is you can kind of use that as a basis. You can magpie bits and you can use your writing from last week and magpie bits from that as well. And then you're writing your own story today, your own Goldilocks story. So I know it's a little bit blurry. I've tried to make it as clear as I can. So this is Goldilocks and the Three Rabbits. And this is my introduction. Remember, we're only focusing on our introduction today. Once upon a time, there were 3 rabbits and a little girl called Goldilocks. The young, pretty girl in a green dress knocked on the door of the rabbit's house. And remember, you would only write up to, in the introduction today, we're only going to write up to the part where Goldilocks sits on the 3 chairs. And she says one of them is just right, but she breaks it. That's all we're going to try and get up to today, because we break it up, just like we did last week. Okay, so stop when you get to the end of the 3 chairs part. Let's just go through some key features that we should be able to see in your writing. A title underlined, just like mine, Goldilocks and the 3 Rabbits. Your title will be nice at the top. Goldilocks and the 3 monkeys. Goldilocks and the 3 chimpanzees. Goldilocks and the 3 dogs. Goldilocks and the 3 birds. Whatever you've chosen on your text map. I should see a once upon a time story opener. I should be introduced to your characters like mine. Once upon a time, there were 3 rabbits. We know them, some of my characters, and a little girl called Goldilocks. Excellent. And we should use some description. So I've got a little girl. I could have said there were 3 cute rabbits or 3 fluffy rabbits. And remember, it's okay to go back and add more detail. And then I've got some lovely description here. The young, pretty girl in a green dress knocked on the door. That is fabulous. See if you can use some lovely description like mine. Remember to set the scene. So you might describe the house. You might describe the forest that she's walked through, okay? Show off and use some of your lovely descriptive language, okay? And remember, you are only writing up to the part where Goldilocks sits in the 3 chairs. And then she says one of them is just right, but she breaks baby rabbits or whatever your animal is, she breaks that chair. Okay, once again, I have got this lovely word map to help you. Okay, so you can always pause the screen on this when you start your writing, and this will assist you and help you with lots and lots of lovely key words. Again, if you need a little bit of support and help, we usually use our yellow slips at school. Now, I know it's really hard to be able to share worksheets with you now, but what I've done is I've put it here. Okay, Goldilocks and the 3. It's not going to be rabbits this time. It's going to be whatever you created. Okay, unless you guys did create rabbits. Okay, once upon a time there lived 3, fill in the blanks, and a little girl called. One day she found a house. She knocked on the door and went inside. She went into the kitchen and she saw 3 bowls of whatever you guys changed it to. She tasted the large bowl and said, lovely speech sandwich there using our 66. Remember to use that if you are using speech. Remember, only writing up to the part where Goldilocks sits in the chairs and says that one of them is just right. We take our time so that it's neat and well structured. Remember, on Friday's lesson last week, I showed you how to use normal handwriting lines. So practice your beautiful handwriting. Once you guys have finished, you can check and up level with green pencils. And we are going to have a lesson on what that means on Friday, because I know some of us have found it a little bit tricky to go back through our work. So we're going to have a whole lesson on that on Friday. Okay, this is really exciting, team. I cannot wait to see what you guys have created with your lovely stories. Remember, this is your hot task. So parents at home, as little support as possible, please, just like we would do at school. We want to see what you guys can do. Okay, fantastic. And I'll see you tomorrow.